do you think about the world?
Like an earthquake brought us to the floor.
Hey guys, Katie here. So today I'm going to be doing the furry friend tag, and today my special guest is Alexander. This is my cat. Hi. And he is so happy to be here doing this video with me today. Hopefully he stays in frame. I don't know. We'll see. I know he wants to be close to me because he's been locked up in a cage all weekend, so he's so happy that I am here. He's giving me kisses. Oh, thanks. He wants all the love right now. Alright, so the first question is, what is your animal's name? Alexander is his name, and we call him Alex for short, or I call him Alex. And I also call him Baby or Mama, which is weird, but I don't know, I just do it sometimes. What type of pet is it and what breed? So this is a cat. He's a feline. He likes to sit up like this, like a human. What are you doing, dude? So he's a cat, he's a feline, but what type of breed is he? I think he is half maine coone, half something else. He's an orange, long-haired cat, and he definitely has some maine coone features to him, so that's my answer to that question. How long have you had your pet friend? So I've had Alexander since, I believe, September of 2015, so last year I got him in September with my boyfriend Matthew, and Alexander has lived with Matthew over the past year, and unfortunately through recent circumstances Alexander has been brought back home to live here in St. Louis with me, and then he will live with me next school year because it's a better environment for him, and overall Alex has been suffering from really bad fleas. The environment he was living in was not very good. So he is back home with me. We gave him a flea bath, and he will not be living with Matthew anymore, as Matthew and I are not together anymore. So, a way to announce that. But yeah, the cat has really helped me through the past few days. Anyways, Alexander, you the truest. How did you receive your pet? My cat Sneakers passed away last August before I went back to college for my junior year of college, and so basically the way that I got Alexander was that Matthew and I had been looking on adoption agency websites in Missouri almost all last summer, just kind of playing around, looking at all these cats that we could adopt and like joking about it, and then eventually one day we came across a cat named Cash, who was a Persian, and he was 9 years old, and he was ready to be adopted at this State Line Kansas City Animal Hospital. And so Matthew and I decided to go out one day and to see Cash and maybe adopt him. When we got there, we realized that Cash was a very evil cat. I vlogged this whole experience. You can click the link down below in the description if you want to watch that vlog. But anyways, we realized that Cash was not the cat for us, and we kind of knew about Alexander through an ad on the same website we found Cash, and so we knew Alexander existed, we just didn't know if they had him. So we asked about Alexander, and the people at the adoption place, their eyes lit up, and they're like, oh, you're gonna love Alexander. So they brought him out, and we immediately knew he was gonna be right for us. He was the sweetest cat. He was so sweet. Oh, he's very playful still. He's around 7 years old, and he is just a happy little boy. To answer the next question, I just kind of answered already. How old is he? Well, his story is kind of interesting. We don't really know how old he is, but they guessed that he's around 7 or 8 years old. He was found on a highway in Kansas, and he had been microchipped, but the microchip was not registered to a phone number, so whoever owned him for most of his life basically never put their phone number on the microchip, so they don't get him back, and now he's mine. Kind of an interesting story. I don't really know who we lived with for 7 years of his life, but hopefully they treated him right. I think they did, because he is a very loving kitty. What are some quirky aspects of your pet's personality? Alexander is a king. He thinks he is a king. Over the past year, like I said, he lived with my ex-boyfriend Matthew, and basically loved living there. It was a very active place. People were in and out all the time, and he would just come up and say hello to them, or if he didn't feel like coming up and say hello, he would just do his own thing. He's super, like, I don't know, he needs attention. He really needs attention. You can't leave him alone for days at a time and expect to come back and have him be okay and happy with you coming back. Instead, he is mad and angry that you left him, and he will like bite your feet and be upset but also like really excited to see you because he finally has someone to give him attention. So overall, he's a very quirky cat. Compared to my last cat, he is pretty cuddly, but my last cat was super, super cuddly, would get on top of me and give me kisses. Alexander's a little bit more standoffish. If he wants to come cuddle with you, he will. He's not been himself for a while lately because he's had such bad fleas, but we're getting him healthy again. So overall, his personality is just the mojito cat. He comes in the room, he's like, you want a mojito? Do you want a mojito? And he like, it doesn't matter who you are, he's gonna be nice to you. And I really love that about him. What does your connection with your cat imply to you? Alexander knows that I am his mother. He knows when I come over to Matthew's, which is where he used to live, he knew that I was his mom, and he would, you know, follow me around everywhere, and he was so excited to see me. And I think he just kind of knew I was the one who would take care of him in the end. I think he also really trusts me. So it's implied to me that I think I am definitely a cat person, and I just have a really interesting connection with him, and he's my child. Hi. What are your favorite pastimes with your cat? My favorite thing to do with Alexander is to give him a bunch of catnip and just watch him get high and go crazy. But I don't do that very often, so other things I like to do with him are cuddle, and I like to let him kind of sit outside and watch him sunbathe. He likes to go outside sometimes. One thing he won't get to do anymore since he doesn't live at Matthew's is go out on this street that Matthew's apartment was right off of, and he would just lay out there on the sidewalk and meet everyone who was coming back from the bars, and he was just a very popular cat back in the day. But times are changing now, and he's not going to get to go outside as often. But yeah, I like to just watch him be a cat. It's fun. What are some of your pet's nicknames? So earlier I kind of said that I call him different things. He's gonna give me kisses. I like to call him like Mama, but really I'm saying like I'm Mama, and I'll come in, I'll be like Mama, and then like, I don't know, it's a thing I did for a while and I still do. So those are all the questions from the Furry Friend tag. Alexander actually has his own Instagram. You guys can follow him on Instagram at alexanderthegreat_cat. And I guess I'm going to keep continuing to post photos on there with me and him, or just him. And overall, I think that he's just really been my rock in this, and I'm thankful to have him through this hard time, and he's just kind of my therapy cat. And I can't wait to bring him back to college with me in the fall. So yes, Alexander, you ready to say goodbye? But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave some more requests down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and all my social media will be linked down below as well. And if you want to see the video where I surprise Alexander with a cucumber, that's on my vlog channel, and that will be linked down below as well. Lots of fun vlogs with Alex in them. Alex says goodbye. I love you all.